10 paranormal clips caught on camera.
Number.
A hospital in Indonesia released some security camera footage that quickly went viral online. The video stood out because of its eerie and hard-to-explain vibe. In the clip, a nurse is calmly watching the surveillance monitors during what seems like a quiet night shift. Suddenly, something unusual catches her eye. She spots odd movement in one of the hallways, something that clearly doesn't belong. Instinctively, she grabs her phone and starts recording the screen to capture the moment in real time. In the security footage and on her phone recording, a shadowy figure suddenly stands in front of a patient's bed. Its small size, roughly that of a child, and its completely motionless stance make it particularly eerie, as though it's simply watching over the patient. The rest of the video contains other strange occurrences as well. Staff members are seen walking through the corridor, and more bizarrely walking through the black figure, acting as if nothing unusual is happening and showing no reaction whatsoever. Could this shadowy presence be a supernatural entity lingering near one of the patients? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
Number 8.
Next up, we're returning to Jorge, someone we featured once on this channel before. He's been dealing with recurring shadow figures and a string of deeply unsettling incidents. At first, these seemed connected only to the space around him. Objects would shift slightly out of place. Brief dark shapes would flicker at the edge of his vision. And there was that constant sense that he was never truly alone. But what made the situation even more disturbing was a stretch of time he couldn't account for afterward. During that period, he started acting in ways he later had no memory of. People around him described his behavior as completely unlike him. This left him turning to his own security footage to piece together what had happened. It was as if there were moments when he was physically present, but no longer in full control of himself. And now this is what he's facing.
Guys, I was getting ready to go to sleep and I just heard a door slam. Shut loud. I just heard a door slam. Oh, shit! Oh, no, no. Somebody's there. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, I ask every demon, I command every demon to leave the house right now. I command in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, leave the house now. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, I ask you to leave this house now. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. You are not welcome in this home. You are not welcome in this home. This is the house of... There's a door slamming and people screaming. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. I command every demon to leave this house now. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, I command every demon to leave this house now. Oh shit! Oh you! In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, leave. Oh shit!
The sequence opens with a door slamming shut. Almost instantly, Jorge senses something rushing past him. This marks the shift where such cases stop resembling ordinary hauntings and begin to feel more threatening. When the disturbances move beyond affecting the surroundings and start targeting a person directly, many see it as a sign of something darker, something attached that has stopped lurking in the background. Others connect quick, deliberate shadow movements, especially those that feel smart and intentional, to entities that never fully show themselves. Yet they still have the power to shape both the space and how someone perceives it. Right now, Jorge's experiences have no clear explanation and no end in sight. The pattern is becoming harder to ignore. As it grows more intense, it feels less like something happening around him. It starts to feel like something already inside him. Whatever it is, Jorge still records these odd clips documenting his paranormal experience day by day. Whether he's telling the truth or he's pulling the wool over our eyes, one thing is certain: only you at home can be the judge.
Subscribe to Big Smokeweiler for more paranormal content. Hit like and ring the bell now, or else!
Not long ago, an upscale dining spot in Malta decided to release some eerie footage from its security system. The clips quickly gained massive attention online. Plenty of viewers didn't see them as mere glitches or accidents. They believed it could be proof of something supernatural living there. Take a look. In the footage, a faint presence starts gliding down a staircase. It moves silently and in a way that feels completely unnatural until it fades away entirely. What really unsettles viewers isn't the motion itself, but the shape it takes. Some who studied the video closely say the outline looks like a person in uniform, almost like an authority figure. This leads to the chilling idea that it could be a trapped spirit, endlessly wandering the location with no clear purpose. Yet the next recording only deepens the mystery. This time, the familiar figure materializes again at the rear of the room. It starts a slow advance toward a chair. Upon nearing it, the chair inexplicably begins to shift backward. This gives the impression it's responding to or being manipulated by the entity. The shift is slow and calculated, hinting at intent. The figure then seems to take a seat. It holds motionless for a brief period. It then disappears suddenly before the camera. These images raise a key question. Is this genuine proof of paranormal activity? Or merely something that appears inexplicable upon first viewing? Just like in a lot of other paranormal cases, some people believe children are far more sensitive to paranormal energy than adults. It's like as if they can sense things adult minds learn to forget. Because of that, many believe spirits are often drawn toward them. And a mother from South America named Sammy believes that may be exactly what happened to her twin boys. One day, while casually recording them as they played together, something happened that turned an ordinary family moment into something very creepy.
¿Qué pasó?
As the boys run into another room, laughing and shouting, another sound can suddenly be heard in the background. A voice. Sammy did not notice it in the moment. She was too focused on filming her babies to realize anything strange had happened. But later that night, when she watched the clip back, she heard the voice clearly. and it completely spooked her. Terrified, she uploaded the clip to social media where it didn't take long for it to go viral. Many of her followers became convinced the voice belonged to a ghost. And some even believed it could have been a deceased relative trying to speak to the boys from beyond the grave. Then, just a few days later, Sammy uploaded a follow-up, and the story only became more eerie from there.
I did not hear that voice until I saw the video. That to me, because they tell me and now I hear it, it does not sound like my son's voice. That is why I uploaded the video, because it doesn't look like I know my children. It doesn't sound like him to me, it sounds like a woman's voice. And another thing is that, well, they do not speak yet. They are only 2 years old, they do not speak so fluently like that as is heard in the video. They do not pronounce the words well yet, and in the video it can be seen where it says, Nona, Nona, Nona.
To this day, Sammy says she has no logical explanation for what was captured on film. And the more people listened to the clip, the more disturbing the theories became. Many viewers commented that the boys seemed to be saying something in response, as if they recognized the voice. Words sometimes used in Spanish as an affectionate name for a grandmother. And that makes the entire moment feel even more emotional and even more terrifying, because if that really is what they said, then the question becomes far darker. Were they reacting to a spirit they somehow recognized? And if so, did that voice belong to their grandmother calling out to them from beyond the grave? As always, voice your thoughts down below. A woman named Giselle had been feeling on edge in her apartment for weeks. It began as nothing more than a vague sense of unease. But one night, while she was in her bedroom, she heard something moving just outside her door. She quickly grabbed her phone and started recording. What she captured next is deeply disturbing.
Obviamente no me voy a levantar a ver qué es, pero tengo miedo, estoy temblando de miedo. Si pasa algo... No mames. Creo que hay alguien atrás de la puerta. O algo. Tengo miedo. Tengo miedo. Tal vez era mi imaginación, no miré mal. Pero salí corriendo de ahí porque ya no puedo. Ya no puedo. Ya no sé qué hacer. Son las 4 de la mañana. Pero sé que había algo ahí, sé que miré algo y no estoy loca. No estoy loca. Tengo que entrar a trabajar al rato y no he dormido nada. Estoy nerviosa, no sé.
Right outside Giselle's bedroom door, there appears to be a dark, shadowy shape, almost like someone standing just out of view. Giselle opens the door, but no one is there, and that's when she decides she's had enough. She gets out of the apartment, jumps into her car, and drives away into the night. But according to Giselle, this was not the first strange thing to happen in her apartment before this night. Her security camera had already captured several unusual incidents. One day, while Giselle was at home doing laundry, a phone charger was caught moving on its own. The way the charger suddenly drops almost looks as if something gives it a quick tug. Giselle didn't seem too alarmed at first, but then it happened again. Only this time it wasn't a charger. Giselle walks over and turns the light off, but almost immediately, the switch flips back on. It almost seems like something in the apartment does not want the room to go dark. Now, maybe there's an electrical issue. That would be the easy explanation. And then, in another clip, she was fixing her shoe when she suddenly reacted, as if something touched her. At first, it might seem like nothing more than her hair slipping down her back and giving her a scare. But as she reacts, something else is happening in the room at the same time. The bag on the table shifts slightly, as though an invisible force is slowly pushing against it. Given everything that's happened before, her fear starts to make a lot more sense. It's not just about one odd shadow by the door. All of these little moments add up. She's reacting because, at this point, she truly thinks there's something else sharing the apartment with her. So, what's really going on inside Giselle's home? Are these just a bunch of odd coincidences? Or could there be something in that apartment that refuses to let her feel alone? Only you at home can be the judge.
Number 5.
On March 30th, 2026, a night janitor finds himself working alone inside the building. Suddenly, something on the security monitors grabs his attention. What he sees leaves him instantly terrified. But the situation gets even worse soon after. He starts hearing loud knocking sounds coming from the restroom area. The knocks are clear and completely unnatural. This is enough to make him grab something for protection before going to investigate.
I know. I know. I know. I know. Ai đồng đi đâu? Ai đâu? Nam mô Di Đà Phật, Nam mô Di Đà Phật. Ai đâu? Tụi mày mày đó. Nam mô Di Đà Phật, Nam mô Di Đà Phật. Có ai không? Có ai trong kia không? Ai đâu? Nam mô Di Đà Phật. Ai đây? Ai đâu? Mẹ ơi.
He hears the knocking first. When he opens the door, there's no one there. It happens again, this time coming from inside one of the restrooms. He goes straight in, expecting to find someone hiding. But once more, there's nothing. He checks every single cubicle, even the one that somehow opens by itself. Still, no sign of anyone. And somehow that makes it even worse. Right after he leaves the restroom, he hears something far more disturbing coming from one of the office rooms. He checks the security cameras again and spots something strange enough that he has to go see it for himself. What he finds next is easily the most terrifying moment of the entire night. Watch closely. Through the window, a pale woman's face suddenly appears out of the darkness. Her expression is blank and lifeless, her presence unsettling. Long hair hangs beneath a hat as she stares at the janitor through the narrow opening. For one terrifying moment, he freezes in place, unable to move while staring back at something that shouldn't exist. Then, just as quickly as it came, the face vanishes. The janitor is left so shaken that he can barely speak. The very next day, still deeply disturbed by the encounter, he begins placing protective charms on the doors. He hopes they will keep whatever evil, spirit, or entity is in the building away. But the biggest question remains unanswered. Who or what was that woman at the window? Was she the one behind the knocking and the activity in the restrooms? Whatever happened that night remains a chilling mystery.
Number 4.
In Indonesia, a video from 2022 quickly went viral because of one bizarre detail during what looked like an ordinary basketball game. At first, it seems like any other match, players on the court, a standard sports setting, nothing unusual. But in just a fraction of a second, the camera captures something strange. Something that doesn't belong. As the footage gets slowed down and examined frame by frame, a chilling detail suddenly comes into focus. One of the figures in the scene appears to have no head at all. Zooming in on the image makes this absence even more glaring, creating a deeply unsettling feeling that something is seriously off. On its own, that detail would be enough to spark heated debates online. But what makes the whole thing even more bizarre is that this doesn't seem to be an isolated incident. What could explain this eerie sight? A technical glitch? Clever editing, or something truly paranormal? Share your theories in the comments below.
Number 3.
Phenomenon Paranormal is a TikTok page focused on the supernatural, but the woman behind the account may now be living through her own haunting. Alongside her usual content, she's begun sharing first-hand encounters from inside her home. These moments involve something invisible, something that seems determined to get her attention. and maybe far more than that. While she was napping in the living room, her camera captured a chilling disembodied voice. One that sounds like it says, "I'm coming for you, princess." And that is the kind of message that would make most people leave the house without looking back. But what makes this even more disturbing is that, according to her, voices like this are not rare. They happen often, as if whatever is inside that house has been trying to make contact for a long time. Then, just moments after her dog starts barking, another voice can be heard. Raspy, aggressive, and far too clear. "Don't you bark at me," it says. This is what pushes the entire experience from unsettling to genuinely terrifying. It no longer comes across as random paranormal disturbances in the background. Instead, it feels aware, responsive, intelligent, like something that can actually hear, react, and even speak back. What do you think this means? Is this presence truly conscious and aware? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
Number 2.
A group of friends in the United States gathered for a video call one evening. Suddenly, something strange caught their attention. One of them spotted a shadowy form darting quickly behind another person on screen.
Nah, them trash man. Who the hell running through there like Usain Bolt?
Hey, wait a minute. Go back to the street. Something on the line.
Hey, man. Who that was running through there like Usain Bolt, man? Hell yeah.
I thought I was tripping, dog.
No, you wasn't tripping. They run through that like far as
What the was that? Intruder alert. Intruder alert. It had to be paranormal shit. Was that somebody though? The hell who running that fast? What nigga you know that quick?
Ain't nobody running that fast.
What was that running from? You see no pit bull on that nigga can run that quick from a pit bull. You see somebody on the street, go the other way.
No, bro.
Go the other way.
I swear, yeah, that way. Somebody just ran down that street, bro.
Ain't nobody on that goddamn.
At first, he brushes it off as nothing more than his imagination playing tricks. The motion lasts barely half a second, yet it triggers immediate panic among his friends. Doubt quickly gives way to genuine fear. One friend argues it has to be paranormal, since no ordinary thing could move with such speed and in that unnatural manner. They glance around but see nothing out of place. Later, after the call ends, they go back to the recording and play it in slow motion. What they discover is shocking. A pale figure dashing across the street at incredible speed. Even more unsettling is the next detail. As the figure passes, dust and debris are visibly disturbed, as if something real had just moved through the space. Their first instinct is to explain it away as a camera glitch, but that doesn't account for the physical evidence left behind in the environment. Whatever it wasn't merely observed, it appeared to have a tangible effect on the real world. What do you think this pale figure really was? A glitch? A ghost? Or something else entirely? Let us know in the comments. A month or two ago, an unsettling video started making the rounds on social media. It sparked questions that are tough to brush aside. In the clip, a group of young women are filming a relaxed getaway to a beautiful spot in the Philippines. The vibe feels casual and easy, just like any regular travel video. But then something grabs their attention. While exploring, they stumble upon a cave, a dark, quiet space with an eerie atmosphere all its own. Curiosity gets the better of them, so they step inside to snap some photos. They had no idea what they were about to witness. In the depths of the cave, a face slowly emerges from the shadows. Its form is unsettling, with two glowing eyes that seem to lock onto the girl holding the camera in an inexplicable way. For a moment, she remains frozen, trying to process what she's seeing. Her reaction isn't immediate. It's as if her mind is struggling to accept the sight. But when realization hits, fear takes over. She quickly turns and flees without looking back, visibly shaken. What makes it even stranger is what happens afterward. According to the story, they lingered near the cave entrance for some time, trying to come up with a logical explanation, thinking it might have been an animal. But nothing emerged. No movement, no sound. And this lack of confirmation is what makes the recording even more mysterious. Because without knowing exactly what was seen, the doubt lingers, and often that uncertainty is scarier than knowing the truth. What do you believe this face in the cave truly was? Was it a spirit or something else? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
I thank the Lord for my many blessings.
Darling, is the wind blowing today? I'd like to watch television, darling.
My name is Jeff.